So let's talk to the cab and look what's up here. This is the Avara-cab, which you can find on each Comia-series combine. You have the same space, the same everything here. Some features are a little bit different on C10 and 12, but not that much. But basically what you see here, you will see on a C6, C8, 10 and 12. We are sitting in the 12 now, and if we start from here, you have your AC. This is climate control. On this combine there's an option, otherwise of course you have AC as standard. You can get radio here as basic stuff. You have, let's turn that off. You have the speakers, of course, an antenna, but this one is now with the radio. Electrical mirrors, standard equipment for C10 and 12, is an option on 6 and 8. Then you have of course sun visor here, air blowing here, also here in the A pillars. And here on the left hand side, here you have your lights for working lights. You can see very LED lights. Those are option, but normal lights, 8 of those in the up corners. Other working lights here, of course, for the grain tankets and so on, and rotating light for that. And there is also a button for road. That means that it takes out the working hydraulic on unloading and that, and it turns also on the display. Here you can see there is this showing the drive speedometer here. Otherwise it would be like this, a grain loss monitor. Then we have a three-way column here, so it's very easy to have that. You can go up and down here, have that, turn that, and then taking away from when you are exiting the cabin, so you will get that position very well. The seat is air suspended, and it can be moved forward, backwards, so to get the right position. The A pillars, as you see on this picture, are very down here, up here, so you have a very good view from the windscreen out. So even we are not having the header now, you are seeing even the widest header very well, because there is nothing prohibiting the sight. Windscreen wiper is doing of course can clean also dust out, but there are these bars here, which if you are standing on the feeder elevator, and it's very safe if in dusty conditions, to take the dust out from the windscreen from the outside. There is a door, exit door for this side also, to get out, of course, in emergency cases. But also on this side there is these filters for the cabin. So this column here can be lifted up. I'm not going to do that now, but can be lifted up in 45-degree angle, so you can go around it here. And also access underneath is here the fuse boxes. If we are talking about the column itself, we have a joystick here, which has most of, I would call it, one-hand control. So you have everything here. You have up and down on the header, reel up and down. Then you have your side tilt, because C10 and 12 has side tilt as standard. And reel speed, and fore and aft on the reel as well. You can consider it that you have the primer buttons on the bottom, and on the top you have those which are the secondary, so like memory places, unloader starting, unloader pipe out and in, and emergency stop, so you need to a little bit move your thumb. Otherwise your hand is gripping it very well. You have here, and there it's in very ergonomic position. Combine goes back and forth with this joystick here, and of course with the gears you change that, and you always when you're standing still. And this one has this hydraulic easing button, so when the engine is running you are easy to change the gear, or let's say that you need to push the button, so you are able to do that. Here you put the thresher on, cutting header on, off goes like that. Always to remember to do that when I'm in idling. Reverser, hydraulic reverser there. USB for charging your mobile, and 12 volts in case. And there is also other places for 12 volts outputs here. Engine rev up and down. That is for the grain tank, so up and down for that. And C6 and C8 don't have this, of course. That's the fixed, just to say, but otherwise it looks the same. What you have here is an option. That's for header automatics HAC, and this is the skids which are underneath the header, and it's operated by M2. So when you press that, so it goes to that, and this falls to that level, and there you can choose how it, and then it's tilting sideways automatically. Automatics go away when you press this up and down again, so it's very handy that. This other potentiometer is for the angle of the feeder elevator. So basically there are two memory places which you use by M1 and M2. But as I said, this is an option. You have 3 and 4 also for the C10 and 12. That's the DHC, and they are with the shift button here. So if you want to use those and press this, you can save even memory places 3 and 4. But that's like this one on the angle of the feeder elevator. So basically this one, M2, is for that. And yeah, that's a double clicking for putting the unloader on. And then if you talked about the commission screen, as you see, a little bit over 12-inch screen, very flat and like this, so you are able to see out. It's on a ram joint here, so you can adjust it wherever you want. And then you have your temperature for the engine, grain loss monitor. This is always, this side is more or less fixed. Of course, we had this button for engine for the road driving, so this change with that, but otherwise it's the same. Where your header is at, it shows in percentages. Here is because it's measuring hectares. Also, it's just the driven distance and the wide width of the header, so it's no yield measuring or something like that. But in case you want to follow up and make like that and calculate down and see what is going on, so remember always to put that half header when you are doing the last bit of the field, and in case it left like that it's not taking the full cutting head. This side here is then showing the RPM. So when you put this in here, numbers starts to appear here. To do the adjusting is here. So here you have like the pre-dressing cylinder concave adjustment, and then you have your main concave adjustment here. Cylinder speed and fan speed, of course, these you cannot do at the moment because we are not running the machine. Otherwise it will show that figure, and you can have in this chart, or then look at in instructions book where you are. If we would have electrical sieve adjustment, that would be here, and like those adjusted like that. And if you have the automatic, so this will do it automatically, there would be a button here and saying, then we go to another screen. It shows wheat, rye, everything which is there are default. So you press like wheat, it shows you the figures, but what we have thought about it that it should be, and you press that, then this automatically happens when the thresher is in gear, of course. You can do your own things also. There is memory places for that if you want your own adjustments. Down here is then just more or less engine data and that sort of things, but also if you want to put like the fan, or you can choose 3 different what you want to show here. I don't know how good it shows on this camera at the moment. Here we have the real speed automatics, which I was talking about. on the header clip, so you can have it like that. And down here on the other side of here, so you have then of course you have your log data and that sort of things. You have the dates, and here you have how many working hours and that sort of thing. There are lots of stuff on here as well. The alarm, adjusting the alarms and that. Sorry, it's in Finnish now, but you can, there is English language for it also. So as I said, this comes along in C6, C8, C10 and 12. So it was always a grain loss monitor standard on this one. So this is how it looks. And if you look on this side here, as I said, the seat is very comfortable, which we are on the driver's seat. There is another seat as well. And there's a freeze box, can be, if you have chosen the cool pack that follows along. So, and there's a 12-volt output for that, so you can get electricity for that. But there's also a safety belt for that. And the cabin itself is the widest on the market, so it's very comfortable, and of course it's silent. And if you are looking back here, so you see the big screen for the grain tank. So it's very easy to see during the harvest that when the material starts to come in, and we have this light here inside of that. So sorry, right button, like that. So that shows. Yeah, but that's what the cabin is on Comia series.